Wardell Stephen Curry. It's time we respect this man as one of the greatest point guards of all time. But wait. Before I get into this video, because I have a lot to say, I want to give my hats to the Kings. And I want to keep this short, but amazing season by the Kings. They really surprised everyone but me, because I believed, and if you look at my first video, I made that clear. But despite a bad performance from De'Aaron Fox in Game 7, we all know he's a good player. He's one of the clutchest players in the league, and I'm excited to see the future of the Kings and Mike Brown, who's an amazing coach. But boy, that boy Stephen Curry is him. And I just want to say, this video is going to have a lot of glazing. And that may be because Stephen Curry is my favorite player of all time. But at this point, I feel like it's all deserved. Unless you live under a boulder because a rock isn't big enough, you know what happened today. Game 7, Kings vs Warriors, Steph became a god. Stephen Curry had 50 points in a clutch Game 7 on the road when the Warriors are known to do bad on the road. They performed amazingly on the road. And when I mean they, I really mean Steph and Kevon Looney, who had an amazing game. He's prime Dennis Rodman. He had 20 rebounds in 3 games this series, 21 and 11 today. That's amazing. But when it comes to Steph, a 50 burger, 8 rebounds, 7 3-pointers made, 6 assists on 53% shooting, which is the greatest Game 7 performance all time. Maybe even the greatest playoff performance of all time. And all the haters are starting to realize it's time to drop the allegations. Whether it's him being overrated, whether it's him not being clutch, no matter what negative things you have to say about Curry, he's defeated those allegations. Steph Curry is the greatest shooter of all time, possibly the greatest point guard of all time. You can give it to Magic or Steph. Honestly, I feel like it's a 1B, 1A type of thing. It's just hard to compare because they're two completely different players in two completely different eras. So unless you're able to watch both, and unless like you have no bias, there's a lot of things that have to go in to really judge who's the best. But as a player who grew up watching Steph, I gotta say Steph. But when it comes back to those allegations, because I really want to defeat all of them. At first, clutch Stephen Curry was not a thing. He was like, oh my god, he can't do it on his own. He won those rings because of KD, and respectfully, part of it was. But he still did amazing. It was like, you can't win a finals MVP. He did that. You can't win a finals on your own. He did that. You can't win on the road in Game 7, even though he's 3-1 in Game 7. He only lost 1. I can't even speak, but he's only lost 1. He's 3-1 in Game 7. Some of your favorite all-stars aren't. Stephen Curry has shown that 1, he's became a much better player in general, whether it's his defense and him becoming much stronger on defense and becoming a way better finisher. He's polished his game in every single way. They said he couldn't do it on his own. They said he's a system player, and today was just the icing on the cake to let y'all know that he can. We saw this last year, and if you really pay attention to Steph, we saw this every single year. You know, the people are trying to say, oh, Matthew Dellavedova, he's the stopper of Stephen Curry. No, he was not. You know, the people that gave him slack for a finals MVP, he really should have won. Well, he won one. And you know, the people was like, oh, you can't get it done on the road. Oh, you can't win in Game 7. You can't lead your team to this. Well, he did all of that. No matter what you say to Curry, he has proven you wrong. Curry demands his respect. Curry is easily a top 10 player and needs to be respected as one. Today was the eye-opener for everybody. Everybody needs to realize Stephen Curry is here. Usually in games like this where other players are shooting bad, like Klay Thompson, his other stars on the team are actually playing bad, other than Kevin Looney and Gary Payton, who aren't stars, they're just good role players. They all played bad. And usually that would lead in a team losing. All of your stars playing bad other than one, teams usually still would lose. But Curry played good enough. He had almost half of the team's points. Now, yes, he did take a lot of shots, but he was given those shots. He had to. He put the team on his back in a situation where it was a win or lose, and he saw win and win. He didn't see a lose option. And to do this against your old coach who knows how you played, your old, well, defensive coach, regardless, he knows how to guard a Stephen Curry. He has the scheme. They've been doing it all series, despite Curry still doing good at 35, by the way. But Curry utilized everything, whether it's his off the ball, whether it's his actual dribble creating a shot. It doesn't matter where he was on the court. He got to the basket and he did it. And he does it at a high level throughout all the seasons. It's just right now we're seeing it at the best level. I mean, it's the best Game 7 performance of all time. And I kind of all over the place. It's just the moral of the story is Curry is the best player, 6'3" and under, easily a top 10 player, easily a top 2 point guard of all time. And I think it's 1A and 1B, honestly. Back then where Curry didn't get respect for his defense, you kind of got to respect him now. In clutch moments, he's been able to defend guards his size. Obviously, he can't defend big people, but he's 6'3", so what do you expect? If you didn't up until today, learn to respect Stephen Curry, because he's proven over and over again that he can do what y'all say he can't. And when it comes to the aura, his is like no other. The energy shifts when he's doing good. The energy shifts when he's on the court. Things are just different when Steph is cooking. And I can't say it enough. Respect that man. The babyface assassin, the greatest shooter of all all time. Wardell Stephen Curry. Respect him. And if he hasn't earned your respect yet, well, we get to see Steph versus LeBron, and however this goes, it's gonna be entertaining. And if he hasn't earned it yet, he will earn it then. I enjoyed making this video, and I know you did because you're at this point.